Okay, good morning, class. Today I want us to briefly talk about how to multiply and divide decimal, multiplying and dividing what? Decimals. I will be very fast. Okay, the first question says 1.75 times 0.15. 1.75 times what? 0.15. That's the first question. 1.75 times 0.15. If you are multiplying decimal is easier, it's very easy. Even dividing decimal is very easy. And take note of this. Sometimes in math, you might have a problem that have different solutions, like different methods of solving it. Are you getting it now? So you learn the different methods, pick the method that is very easy for you, use it. Are you getting it now? So, okay, 75 times 0.15. All I need to do if I want to multiply this decimal is count the decimal places. How many decimal places do you have? Decimal places means how many numbers you have after the decimal point. So I have two numbers here after the decimal place. So here I have two decimal places. Here I also have two decimal places. 2 plus 2 will give me 4 decimal places. So I will keep this thing one side. I will keep it aside. Then I will multiply. I will pretend that these two numbers are whole numbers. Simply do 175 times 15. I will multiply 25, 35. This one is 37. 5, 8. The other one, 1 times 5, 5, 7, 1. So this one will give me, I will add 5, 12. So I have 16 here. Then I have 2. I have 2, 6, 2, 5. I've gotten my answer after multiplying. What's the next thing to do? In math, you don't just throw away things. Remember, we have 4 decimal places here. Yes, this will come into play now. So I will start from here. This is where you start. To move back, count the 4 decimal places back. 2, 3, and what? 4. This is where my decimal point falls. So the answer is 0.2625. Have you seen it now? That is how to solve it. Okay. Somebody might ask me, so what happens when if I have maybe 175 times 0.15? 175, just let's say the question is like this, 0.15, right? There is no decimal place here, so you only count these decimal places. So you have only 2 decimal places here, only 2 decimal places. So you now multiply 175 times 15. You get your answer and count back just 2 decimal places, because it's only 2 decimal places that you have here. This one is not a decimal. Thank you. Okay. This one, I have 1.75 divided by 0.15. There are different methods of solving dividing decimals, but one of the major methods that you need to know, so you don't get confused about anything, is knowing how to convert decimals to fractions. So instead of solving this one as as decimals, I'm going to solve it as fraction and convert back to decimal. It's very easy. I have 2 numbers here, so that will determine what I'm going to put under this number. Because I have 2 numbers here, it signifies 2 zeros over 100. So this is 1.75 means 175 over 100 divided by 0.15. These 2 numbers, again, 2 means 2 zeros. So I will have 15 over what? 100. Right? So this gives me 175 over 100 times, the law of fraction says this division turns to multiplication, and anything here turns into its reciprocal. So I have 100 over what? 15. I will cancel the 2 zeros, cancel the 2 zeros. I can divide with this one, or I can do 5. Okay, let's use 3 and divide, or let's use 5. Okay, so this one is 3. If I use 5, this one will give me 335. So now I have, this place is 1, this place is 1, because 100 just cancelled out itself. I have 35 times 1. I will multiply. I have 35 over what? 3. Right? Okay, so if I divide 35 by 3, it should give me what do you call it? 111 whole number. Okay, 11 points. Right? 11. I should have a remainder of 2. I should have a remainder of 2. What do I do with, if I want to convert to decimals? Wait, let me write this down. I have 11 points. So I have a remainder of 2. What do I do? That remainder of 2, I will add 0 to it. This decimal point attracts a 0 to this remainder. So 20 divided by that 3. I'm still using this number to divide. 20 divided by 3 will give me what? 6. Remainder, another 2. Right? 20, I will do another, put a 0, but I don't put a another decimal point here. No. As long as I put one decimal point, I don't need to do it again. So when you have a remainder, you just put a 0 to your remainder and divide it again. So this 20 I divide by 3. So it will keep giving me repeated decimals. So I can leave my answer like this. Thank you and have a lovely day. Before I go, somebody might ask me, what if you got an answer like this after solving the fraction? Let's say you now got maybe 3 over 10. 3 over 10. This is why you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, because from now you are going to be getting different exam questions from grade 5 to grade 9, 10. Different exam questions. If you want maths to be very easy, just follow my channel on YouTube. If I have an answer like this after solving, I will simply move. This is 0.3. Thank you and have a lovely day. But this is the answer.